Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Season 3, week 15, episode, he just said 56, I believe, to Hits and Picks. Listen, I was going to save this till the end. I just have this hilarious story. You guys might not believe it, okay?
Let's do it, dude.
Right. So I'm just like, I'm just hanging out at home last night, so I just get this text out of nowhere. I didn't have the number saved. California number. They hit me up. They're like, hey, Ty, this is group text. Braun and AD hit me up last night. They're like, I see this troll that's been hiding for a little bit, Saw he came back out last night. They said, I got you tonight. And you know what? They had me last night.
Congrats, you won. You're one game away from winning the in-season tournament.
2. We got to win 2. We're in the semis. We got to win 2.
Who do you play?
The Pelicans.
And then who's the other teams in it?
The other side is the Pacers, and I don't even know
the
who
Bucks.
Is it the Bucks?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
they kicked the shit out of the next line.
Giannis didn't even know he got paid, or like he was getting money already.
Yeah.
He was just like, "What?
Yeah.
Oh, okay."
Yeah.
Like it shows you the stars don't care that much about the in-season tournament.
I think some of them do. Like, I know I couldn't help myself. I had to start with this. I know we usually save the Lakers segment for the end. But I think some of them do care about it. Like, LeBron, they were saying, like, he wants to add it to, like, his legacy. I don't know if that does anything. I feel like it would do something.
No, that's going to do absolutely nothing.
You don't think?
MJ doesn't have an in-season tourney.
He don't have an in-season tournament win.
Yeah.
That's true, but I mean, how long his list is too? Like, you're not even gonna look at that.
Yeah, but you know damn well, like when they start, like when he's all set and done, like, and they're going through all his accolades, if he'd win the in-season tournament, it's probably going to be on there now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I was surprised to hear KD after the game too, like basically talking about how when they announced the tournament, he's like, "Oh, I wasn't really excited for it. Like nobody was." And then he came out and said, he's like, "Yeah, woke up this morning and it felt like a playoff game."
Yeah, from what I've heard, they said it's been like really, really competitive. And like that Lakers game last night, like I stayed up watched the whole game. It was an absolute battle back and forth.
Yeah, I saw AR hit that 15 seconds left.
Yeah.
Swish.
So
I bet on it. Player props. D-Russ.
he came out hot. Then
he
did
came out hot,
nothing.
and I was like, I'm good. Need 10.5 points. He had like 8 at halftime, then nothing.
Dude, I think he might have had 6 in the first like couple minutes of the game.
He was cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause Adam Silver was on the Pat McAfee show today, and like they were just like bullshitting, talking about the in-season tournament, and they were talking about the courts, and like Pat did have a good like, I guess, saying or whatever. It's like, if you're walking by a TV and you see a basketball game and you see those courts, you're automatically going to stop and like,
like
tune in. What the
That's
hell
true,
is
yeah.
this? Because I remember it was it was like right when it first started. I think it was the Hawks game, and I was flipping through TV and I was like, what the fuck is this? Because the courts are so different.
Yeah.
They're so bad, but like you have to look at it at least for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I never thought of it that way, but that is literally so true.
I mean, just like for example, just imagine walking through an airport and you see like a TV bar and you see that court, you're gonna stop
be like,
Right.
and be like, "What is it? What's on TV right now?"
Yeah, for sure.
Did you see? There was some not like a huge player said he's gonna take his money, like give it to his kids,
Jose Alvarado.
Put
That
it
is
in-
actually really cool.
put it in like their college funds or whatever. You see what Josh Hart said?
Yeah, it was something about
Go get some ice or
yeah,
something.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck that, go buy a chain or
That was
something
funny.
like
There's
that.
gonna be some old people that see that and like take it the wrong way and take it seriously.
He's like fun. Josh Hart's like a funny guy on Twitter. So, no, it's been. I mean, I haven't watched a ton of it really outside like Lakers games, but I mean, from what I've heard from a lot of guys, they say it's like really is like competitive. Maybe through the group play, it might have not been as much. It almost might have still seemed like regular season, but I bet like last night, I mean, it's an elimination game. Like you win, you move on, you don't, you're done. So I bet probably them later games in the group play, and probably the last couple of nights, it's probably been like KD said, probably feels like playoff vibes.
Well, I mean, I don't care how much money you make if you know that you can play in a tournament and make $500,000 if you win.
Yeah,
like
no
why?
doubt.
Like why wouldn't you want to try?
Yeah.
And it was they
They're
were
still competitors at the end of the day.
Yeah, they were talking about it earlier too, about how like college does this, like has all those little tournaments and stuff. So I don't know the one now. I don't really know much about this. The one thing that he said that they're thinking about not changing, but has been the most vocal of like what people don't like is the point system to rank them. I guess
it's point differential.
Because
Yeah,
like they were talking about how is it right that teams keep scoring and playing, and like my answer is yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like you're a major leaguer. Like
Yeah.
if somebody wants to score 150 and you can only score 90, sorry, you
Yeah.
expect them to stop scoring?
Yeah. Like I know I'm sure there's other teams that went 3-1 too, but like I know the Cavs went 3-1 and they didn't make it to the knockout round because of the point differential.
That kind of sucks.
Yeah.
When's the championship going to be? Like, how far away is that?
It's Saturday, right? Or Sunday? I'm pretty sure it's this weekend.
I know there's games still going on tonight.
It's got to be a nightmare for the people to come up with that scheduling.
Yeah, it's like
got to be awful.
Yeah.
Because you can't just like do it on the fly. You have to plan it.
Let me see if
prior.
I can find when.
Yeah, I remember seeing it. It said it either said December
Lakers and Pelicans are Thursday. That's the semis.
Okay.
I don't hate that court.
Yeah.
The Lakers isn't that bad.
That one's not bad.
So yeah, Ty, I think
the championship might be Sunday.
Yes, I'm pretty sure it's either Saturday or Sunday, one of them.
It remind me because I might actually watch that. And that'll be the only regular season game I watch, probably.
Yeah. So I just had to start with that. The troll I was talking about was the guy to my right. He finally came out last night.
I had to.
Lakers gonna lose. Nurkic gonna cook AD.
He normally does.
Yeah. AD. I will say this. AD balled the first half. The second half he was awful. He was bad in the second half.
Yeah. But he still put up like 26 or something.
27 and 15. Yeah. Old Goat James came out to play.
So I got a question. So with that tournament, they pay the players. You think they ever do that in college with those in-season tournaments?
I doubt it.
You could make
is
those
that
tournaments
legal,
really
though?
good.
Is that legal though? Because doesn't the
No.
money have to come from the schools?
Yeah, I think.
But the NCAA just introduced some kind of. They suggested some kind of new rule or something where each school can come up with their own NIL fund to like fund the players. So that could be like a first step into that. But that's probably still so far away.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
it's a
dude,
good question.
I just have a feeling that within these next, I'll say 3 years, that the conference realignment is just going to keep getting even more crazy.
Yeah.
Like after Florida State doesn't get in, who the hell would want to stay in the ACC?
But did you see what they're doing? The ACC and Big 12 are kind of talking about possibly like not merging, but what's the word I'm looking for?
Like partner to where like
Partnering like non-conference and
Yeah.
like working them in
that'd be
with
sick.
each other. Which
I mean,
that'd be great for WVU and
Yeah,
Pitt.
but
yeah.
my opinion is I don't think Florida State didn't make it because they're in the ACC.
No,
I think it's
Yeah.
because Jordan Travis was hurt.
that's the only
If
reason.
he was healthy,
Agreed.
they would have made the playoffs.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I don't know, dude. I keep going back and forth on all this, and it was a kind of a perfect segue because you said a team going 3-1 not to
Yeah.
get in, team goes undefeated, doesn't get in. I think personally, it should have been Michigan 1, Washington 2, Florida State 3, and Texas 4. The problem is we all know why that didn't happen. There was no way they weren't going to put an SEC school
Yeah.
in. And yeah, some people are, you would say, well, Texas is going to be in the SEC next year, blah, blah, blah. But it doesn't matter. The Big 12 will still get the money this
Yeah.
year if they're in there. But again, like, I don't know, like we were kind of debating about it a little bit. Yeah, Florida State went undefeated. I know, like, winning all your games is tough. But the non-conference, yeah, they played SEC schools, but now those wins don't look as big. Like Florida didn't finish good. I think LSU finished with 3 losses. Yeah. But again, I don't know. That's what's hard about going back and forth because you did win every game. You did set out to do exactly what you wanted to do, and it is kind of crazy that they're being punished. But I also think the wildest part of the whole thing is like we're talking about a school that didn't get in that was like 28-0, back-to-back national championships, was ranked 1 for how many weeks in a row, and they have one bad weekend and they don't get in?
Not even a bad weekend.
They lost by 3.
Yeah. So I think
the NCAA should have said, fuck it, we're doing 8 teams.
They should have.
Yeah.
Just on the spot been like, fuck it, we're doing 8 teams.
I agree.
If Jordan Travis was still healthy, they would have made it.
100%.
Yeah.
So the SEC would have been left out completely.
I think
that might have been an even bigger story.
Yeah.
See, and that's where, so again, it's like, you're right. I don't see a scenario where the SEC would have been left out. I still think they would have put like Georgia in over Bama or Texas.
They might have. Did you see how much money ESPN would have lost? Just estimate like if Florida State would have made it, like $150 million or something.
Really?
Yeah, just
like
because all that, just everything included in that with brand recognition.
Yeah,
like again, you're gonna have people arguing about the 12, 13s, and 14s next year. But in the bottom of our hearts, we all have to come to the realization that the closeness between 4, 5, and 6 is not the same as 12, 13, and 14. Yeah. You're going to have people making arguments and fighting just for the sake of driving TV views and driving articles and stuff. But I agree. They should have, like, I laughed at Brandon Walker's tweet, but it's like emergency 8 team because, dude, that would have been electric.
Oh, it would have been sick. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel awful for Florida State. I think they got completely screwed. But let's kind of be honest too. At the same time, to where they probably would have got their ass kicked in the playoff.
Yeah,
it would have been bad.
Yeah,
so that's where I'm like, I'm glad they put in the 4 teams they did. But I feel bad for them. But it's going to be a much better playoff. Because I think every single game is going to be really freaking good.
See,
you know what I mean?
I think Alabama is going to roll Michigan.
I
honestly
do.
I don't think that game's going to be close.
Yeah,
I mean, what? Just from the eye test, from
for sure.
Watching the championship games, watching Alabama and Georgia, and then watching Michigan and Iowa. It's just like how I always say with WVU. You watch a WVU game, and then you watch an SEC game, and it really is kind of like you're watching 2 different things. I mean, I don't know. But then I feel bad for Florida State also because it's like Michigan for them would have been the perfect first-round matchup to do something crazy.
Yeah, no doubt.
But, I mean, we'll never know, I guess. But, hey, dude, Florida State, you're that good. You should have been in. Let's see how you do against Georgia.
Yeah. I hope they beat Georgia and say fuck you to the NCAA.
Yeah, I think Florida State, Michigan would have been close because I don't think Michigan would have scored much.
It would have been a very low scoring
just because
game.
defense. That's it.
But where I'll push back a little bit is like Michigan didn't look great. Like they did what they had to do in the Big Ten championship, but then it's like they scored more against Ohio State. You know what I mean? It's like they look like this one week, then this the next week. It's like, okay, who'd they play the week before Ohio State this year?
Was it Penn State?
No. It was Maryland.
Maryland
barely escaped. It's like I don't know. I think
every team has those games though.
Yeah, no doubt.
Like you just kind of look ahead to Ohio State, which everyone was saying they might do.
And I kind of think also it's like kind of the way Iowa plays football, I think kind of affects the game too in a way. So I don't know. I think they're all going to be really good games. At least I hope so.
But it's crazy. Iowa was getting momentum in that game. Like, they were down like 10-0 or whatever, but they were gaining momentum. And then you watch the Friday night game when Penix gets the ball knocked out of his hand throwing it. That is a incomplete pass.
Yeah.
And then you turn around the next night, 24 hours later, and it's a fumble.
Yeah.
It was the same exact play.
Mhm.
That's why, like, I don't know. I mean,
so should college have? I don't think they have this like a central crew like reviewing those, like how they do in the NFL.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't believe that game. I'm happy Washington won. I just couldn't.
yeah,
I mean, with that line and everything, it was just didn't make any sense. Right? I mean, as soon as kickoff happened, they were. I think Oregon went 3 and out 3-4 times in a row. I mean, it was just.
Washington
Yeah.
dominated.
Oh,
that
no
game.
doubt. Yeah.
It was very surprising how their defense played.
Yeah. So, I don't know. That's a team also. I think it's just because Bama's in. Everyone's all over Bama, which I completely understand.
Saban.
Because I mean, Milrose figured it out. They've been playing unbelievable, but that's a team I feel like honestly still just getting their respect. So I think them and Texas will be a great game as well. I really do. Texas is playing really good football right now too.
It was the perfect matchups.
Yeah, I agree. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we'll talk about it down the road, but I put all my money for Texas to win it all.
mm-hmm.
I
I
really
just
did.
can't do it. I can't root for Texas.
What was their odds? What's their odds?
They were plus 260 when I
Really?
bet
So
it. Yeah.
Michigan's 185, Bama 2, Texas 260, Washington 750.
Okay. Washington's plus 750.
Yeah.
You can make a
Wow.
lot of money on Washington. I don't know.
You
I
might
still have a future on them.
you might
Really?
be better
Yeah.
just betting the individual games.
Yeah.
Depending on who they play next.
It was early on in the year. I think I told you guys this. I put 50 on him at plus 2,000 to win. It pays $1,000.
Well,
Yeah.
there you go.
That's not
So-
a bad bet.
Yeah, not at all. So, all right. You guys
Portal?
want to talk anything? Yeah, I was going to say, you guys want to talk anything transfer portal, anything like that?
I mean, me personally, I haven't really seen any significant movement for WVU. They're offering a lot of people. I mean, it's good. Garrett Green staying, Cole Taylor, Traylon Burks, and then
Traylon Ray.
Traylon Ray. That's right.
And then a couple smaller, like Preston Fox and them.
Yeah. And then I was just shocked to see how many people from Ohio State already jumped in the portal.
Mhm.
There's like 12, like good guys that are in
Yeah.
the portal.
I got a question. So there's a 30-day window, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that 30-day window? So the playoffs will happen after that window, right? So if you're on like Bama, you can't transfer now
No, you
because you
gotta
might
wait.
win a national championship.
Yeah.
So can you transfer after the season?
Yeah, I think there's several like windows where the portal opens and closes.
Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was just this
No,
one. Or
yeah,
what.
there's a couple, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of feel the same. I think I touched on it last week where I said I thought Hammond was going to transfer. I thought Gavin Bartholomew, the tight end, would transfer. They
That-
both announced they're coming back.
That was big.
Yeah,
That's good
so
for you guys.
Pitt's NIL is actually stepping up too, so I'm happy about that. Then I saw today from a reliable Pitt source. I don't think they'll get him. He listed each position that Pitt's been in contact with, and the quarterbacks was one from Holy Cross. You're probably thinking, oh, fuck,
he's
he's
a
getting
big
a
one.
lot of love.
Yeah.
They've been in contact with him, and the two quarterbacks is him and Kyle McCord.
Dude, you guys need to get in contact with Mr. Grayson McCall.
I know, dude. How does he still have him and Dylan Gabriel? How do they still have eligibility?
I don't know, but I don't think you should be allowed to transfer back-to-back years. I don't care if you're a graduate transfer. You shouldn't be able to do that. Now,
Yeah.
Gabriel, I think he was there for 2 years, but like Josh Sims or something
Mhm.
for Nebraska, he just went to Nebraska and now he's transferring again. You
Leaving
shouldn't
again.
be able to do that 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
And it's insane we have seventh-year guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Oh,
come
it's
on.
nuts.
Like,
Yeah.
Tyler Show, he went
Yeah.
to Louisville.
Mhm.
He's going to be 25.
That's
yeah, it's like,
nuts.
come on, dude.
Um,
It should start even out soon, right? These COVID years have to start wearing
It's
off.
got to be soon.
Yeah, I think maybe after this year.
That's what
like
I was
it.
thinking.
I joined Country Roads Trust.
Did you?
Thank you for all you do.
I now donate and I help bring people to WVU. You can actually pick which sport you want to
Donate towards?
donate to.
What are you doing? Football? basketball?
I couldn't. I just said all of them.
Oh, okay.
If I could do like football, basketball, I would.
Yeah.
But it made you just pick one, and I just said, okay, I'll just do all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, school's gonna win a lot of money. I mean, we're a soccer school now.
Did you see what they've been doing with the trust?
No.
They're like recruiting a bunch of people to be in it. Before there was like 700 maybe.
Oh yeah.
And now there's gonna be 1,100
yeah,
like
in like
after
a couple
tonight.
days.
When's
yeah.
their Final Four game?
Friday?
Is it?
Yeah,
Friday at 6.
6.
Uh,
Yeah.
Pitt's women's volleyball's in the Sweet 16 right now. They're a powerhouse. They've made the Final Four like the last 2 years. So
Yeah.
I've been paying attention to that kind of like
It's
you guys
fun.
probably have been with soccer.
I mean, like, dude,
It is,
I've
for
been
sure.
having so much fun watching WV play
Yeah,
soccer. It's
yeah.
just cool. It's just something different.
But I want to hop back on about the McCord thing real quick. I know there's not a chance in hell Pitt's going to get him. The reason he transferred from Ohio State that I keep hearing is because his dad wanted. I think his dad's a douchebag. His dad wanted Ohio State to guarantee he'd be the starting quarterback next year. Ryan, they wouldn't do it, so that's why he transferred. And then his dad, Zach, was telling me today on the Ohio State boards. They're saying his dad said he wants $3 million wherever he goes.
Jesus. He's
Yeah.
not worth that.
Yeah, so that's where I'm like, okay, like Pitt's obviously not going to get him.
Who's
but
his dad? LeVar Ball?
I don't know who the hell his dad thinks he is. Like he must be a daddy's boy or something. But when I heard that, I was like, yeah, there's not a chance. I was really, really surprised to see that like out of the two guys that like that was one that Pitt tried to contact. I was like, whatever.
There's other ones they should contact too.
Oh,
Like,
I'm sure there
there's a
will.
few
I mean,
decent ones.
it's so early on right now.
Yeah, DJ
so-
Ukulele.
Yeah, I'll take the ukulele.
So I've been looking at all the like top 10 portal positions, like
Mhm.
for each position, and I feel bad for like the MAC schools and like the group of 5 schools because everyone who did good is transferring.
Yeah, that's how it is. now.
That
Yeah,
sucks.
that's how it is now.
Yeah.
Like all the good running backs I like bet on during the year, like for Ohio and Toledo and stuff like that, they're all just transferring.
Yeah, that's how it works.
That blows.
It does blow. But if I had to guess, I bet Ohio State gets Cam Ward.
They're gonna get one of them really good transfer quarterbacks.
Cam
That's what I
Ward,
keep
he's gonna be
hearing.
fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, we want to do standings. Hop into the one college game. And
Let's
then we'll
do
talk
it.
pro.
Let's do it, Papa.
All right, I actually for once have the records ready. Brady, I'm missing one of your picks.
I was missing one of my own. I was missing Oklahoma State. Is that the one you were missing?
No, I was missing your Green Bay pick.
Oh, Green Bay. I actually won that. I put over 42.5.
Okay,
I believe I went 5-5.
okay. Or you might have.
Yeah, I went 0-5 in college and 4-1 in the NFL. Yeah.
Let's see if I can.
I got worked.
Oklahoma State. You missed.
Yeah.
Yeah. You went, 5-5. Yeah. All right. Last place is Brady, 75-75. Second place is Jake, 77-69-4.
Nice.
And I am in first place at 81-64-5.
Oh, shit.
Jesus.
Papa's
I
pulling
went,
away.
I think I went 6-4.
If we all finish above 50%, that's big.
If we all finish above 50%, dude, somebody needs to, like, Saudi Arabia, hit us up, bro.
Are we
Yeah.
good at this?
Yeah, dude, we might actually be decent.
We
might have
cut the
finally
dead weight,
figured
now
out
we're good.
yeah. We might have actually figured out after a couple years.
Yeah.
So,
Good to see, boys. Good to see.
all right, we will hop into the one and only. Does this game have a name? That's like a real question. Like I don't know. Does it have a name, or is it just
Don't
like
they?
Army Navy?
Why? It's either Army Navy, but no, yeah. What I was gonna say. Is
I feel like when
stupid.
people talk about it, they just are like, "Oh, Army Navy plays this weekend."
I feel like it does have a name, but everyone just refers to it as that.
Yeah. All right. So I think I say it every year. I love this game. It's always electric to watch. One college game this weekend, and then the next week fun begins. I think bowl season
Yeah,
starts
dude.
next
Mhm.
Saturday.
we're
right?
gonna have to strategize. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to figure. We'll have to pick days and do
Yeah.
chunks.
So that way, we don't miss any games. It's next Saturday, right? Is the first games?
I don't
16th,
know.
I believe. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
Okay. Army versus Navy. Army's -2.5. Over under is 27.5. Jake, I already got a feeling I know what you're picking.
Well, so I was I was going to, but I'm going to be smart here. There's 1 meter that we can base these teams off of, and both of them play Air Force. Army smashed Air Force, and Air Force smashed Navy. So I'm taking Army -2.5. I wanted to take the over so bad, but after going to 0-5 in college
Iowa?
last week,
Just taking Iowa unders like the last couple of weeks, or
dude,
overs last couple of weeks.
I can't wait until we get to the Iowa Bowl game because you already know what it is, dog.
Oh gosh.
So they're both 5 and 6. No matter what, this is going to be a close game. I'm going to take Navy with the points. I want to bet the over, but I mean this game always goes under.
I'm betting the under. It went over last year for the first time in like 18 years or something. So no way it goes over 2 years in a row. I'm taking the under 27.5.
You just took Navy for bald ass Hank, didn't you?
No, I forgot about Hank. But yeah,
Wow. Don't let him hear you say that, dude.
He might
I haven't
cry.
seen him in forever.
All right. So that's the only game.
All
We'll move on
right.
from college. Obviously we're doing 9 NFL games. We will talk about our teams first, like always. Jake.
Yeah, I mean, I can hand up. I was in the air while the game was going on. The NFL fucked me. It was originally supposed to be at 425, and then they flexed it to 1. When I landed and got on the ground, it was 16-3 Texans, and I was like, dang. And then by the time I got in the shuttle, I was watching it on my phone. Tough game. I mean, the Texans are rolling. Russ had us in there at the end.
They came back, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we were at, I think we did 4 downs at the 10-yard line.
Yeah.
So I'm not discouraged. There was a lot of teams that lost that I would need to lose. So, like, I don't feel as upset, but man, that would have been a sweet win knowing that the
Would have been a
Chiefs
good
lost.
win.
That I mean, that would have put us 1 game out of the division.
That's crazy.
I know.
Yeah.
If we could have just won. But hey, it is what it is. My philosophy still stays the same. 5 games left. You only got wiggle room to lose 1, if that, and hope for the best.
Mm-hmm. How long's Pickett out? Have they said?
2
I heard it's pretty serious.
2 to 4 weeks.
Their
So
season's done.
He's he got surgery, I think, already. He was already nursing an ankle injury, and
yeah, I
he
know,
re-injured that.
Yeah.
I didn't see the actual hit. But yeah, we are in trouble.
Can I make a statement real quick?
Yes.
For all these people who were calling for his head, saying, "Oh, put in Rudolph, put in
That's the dumbest.
Trubisky."
Oh.
It is the dumbest thing ever. He was playing well Sunday again, I thought, before he got hurt.
So he had a couple good passes, and then he wasn't looking great after that. Like
Yeah.
his stats looked good, but overall he didn't look great. But also our center fucked him
He was
over
terrible
on several
Yeah,
plays.
He was bad.
So like
Yeah.
that hurt. Tomlin just didn't have the team ready. I think if they don't make the playoffs, Tomlin should be on the hot seat.
They'll never fire him.
And
They'll never do
they
it.
love him, but he doesn't get the team ready for those bad games.
Yeah.
You can't lose to the Cardinals with that defense.
I agree.
They look bad. The weather delay, I can't say it hurt them because they were playing awful before that. So,
But I don't get first drive of the game, the Steelers pushed the ball down the field throwing the ball.
yeah.
And then they just went away from it.
Yeah.
It doesn't make freaking sense.
Fire Matt Canada.
Yeah, fire him again. Him and Pickens went right down the field together.
Yeah.
They connected on a couple plays, like a deep ball, and I'm like this offense really does look so much better. Unfortunately, they settled for a field goal, and then drives after that, it just like stopped. I was like, I don't understand it. Like fucking design screen passes to wide receivers and shit. I'm like, dude, this is the NFL. Like it doesn't work.
No,
It doesn't work.
It doesn't.
And if you do that, you got to have a lot of motion in play and try to trick the defense. These coordinators, it's different from Canada, a little bit better, but they're still like Canada's guys.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're going to be like, they're not going to transform the offense at all,
Yeah.
especially middle of the season. we're gonna have someone new next year, which thank God.
Yeah.
I also just think it's okay, and this doesn't really apply to the Steelers, but like I think it's all right to not have an air raid. Like teams can run the ball
doubt.
and still win,
No doubt.
and like you see like teams at times where the kind of opposite of what you said is they're running great, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden you start throwing. Like
Yeah.
I think as much as the NFL is trying to turn into like a passer league, which it is, like I think there's still room for old school
Yeah.
team. Like there's
Yeah.
no reason why the Steelers couldn't line up and hand the ball off to Najee and Warren, and then if push comes to shove, then drop back and start throwing it. But I don't know.
There was another issue with Deontay Johnson. Did you see it?
I don't know if I saw it or not.
They were down a good bit, and it was late in the game, and he scored a touchdown.
Uh-huh.
And he like celebrated. He was all happy.
Oh,
and
I
it's
did
just
see
like,
that, I think.
dude,
Yeah, I did see
you
that.
can't do
actually.
that.
He never scores touchdowns, dude. He had to celebrate.
Yeah, but then he was like smiling in his interviews after. It's like you just lost to the fucking Cardinals.
Yeah.
There's nothing to be happy
Hey,
about.
hey. I lost to the Cardinals, too.
You did, but
Not me.
did you at least lose to Josh Dobbs?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, Josh Dobbs is good.
I'd rather have Kyler
He's
Murray.
had really good games this year.
I still think Kyler Murray's not that bad. I really don't.
He's not it though. He'll never
he's-
win in this league.
Yeah, I don't know. I still don't think he's terrible like people think. I
No,
don't know.
he's not terrible, but he's never gonna go deep into the playoffs.
I mean, but also, I kind of think Josh Dobbs, like the Cardinals almost got like a pass for a month after they beat the Cowboys.
yeah, they did.
Like, think about it. Like, everyone's like, oh, this team's frisky, blah, blah, blah. And they didn't win besides beating the Cowboys. Like,
one of the best teams in the league
yeah,
right now.
Yeah. So, speaking of my Cowboys, I was down. I wasn't happy with Thursday, boys.
Yeah, dude, dude.
I was drunk.
I had a
Twitter
Tyler
fingers
watch.
started
Yeah, I had a
to
Tyler
look.
watch out when I was
Yeah.
watching the tweets. I was like, "Oh fuck, is this man all right?"
I was down. First of all, I want to give props to Gino because I can't remember last week if I was saying he was struggling. He fucking balled against the Cowboys. He
did.
played very, very well. They worry me. Like, the Cowboys truly do worry me. Like, Seattle is not a bad football team. They're more good than bad. There's no doubt about that. So it's like, I know the Cowboys won, but it still almost like proves to me, it's like, okay, when you're going to have to play the Niners, the Eagles, which we'll see this week, are you going to be able to hang with them? Like, I know you already hung with Philly in Philly. The Niners are just a whole different beast right now. So I don't know. I'm still just questioning, like, if they can beat these or compete with these really good teams.
Don't question it, dude. This is my opinion on that game. Regardless of Seattle's record, when you come out with uniforms like that, you were going to play good.
Yeah, those uniforms for sick.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's one thing where like they could have been like 2 and whatever, but you
Yeah.
come out in those uniforms and you're going to play different.
And then I also heard, I actually got an update on my phone after the game about it, that the Seahawks on their last play, it was designed for them not to block Micah Parsons.
Really?
Yes.
That's weird.
It,
Well,
they
they
was
did it pretty good.
designed-
They ran
Yes.
it. They ran it flawlessly. They didn't block him.
Yeah.
And Micah got him.
It was designed for them not to
I
block Micah Parsons.
Did he get a sack? He just crushed him.
I don't remember if it
Or-
was a sack or if
Oh,
he
it
just
was
like
a
blew
sack.
up the play.
No, it was a sack.
Yeah.
He literally ran right in and tackled the quarterback.
Yeah, okay, I remember.
It
It
was
now.
like,
I was
what?
just like,
Yeah.
what just happened?
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty interesting, but
That's what I would say too, though.
Yeah.
If you didn't block Micah, I would have been like, "Oh
like
yeah."
out of all players, not block him.
Yeah,
It
it's
doesn't
like-
make sense.
Yeah, no, that was the plan the whole
Yeah,
time, dude.
yeah.
You know?
So I don't know. We'll see Sunday. Huge game. Philly getting beat by the Niners. Cowboys game back. Win in Dallas, and you're tied for the division. So
Honestly,
with a lot harder stretch than the Eagles coming up. But
the Eagles might fall apart now that Big Dom's in hot water. The fact that they want to have Big Dom on the sidelines,
Mhm.
That was fucking hilarious.
you know, they might be in trouble.
So-
You always need a security guard.
Do you play the Eagles again?
This week,
Sunday night
Oh shit!
in Dallas.
I assume that's on our picks.
Yeah, it is. It's the very last one.
and before we start, next week starts Saturday NFL games too.
It does. And this week, I was looking earlier, we have 2 Monday night games again this week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. So that's exciting as well. So, all right, boys. You want to get into it? We
Let's
ready?
dance.
All right. Since only one college game, 9 NFL. Buccaneers at the great card, by the way, we were talking about too. Buccaneers at the Falcons. Falcons -1.5. Over under is 39.5.
This is a safe pick. I'm just going to take the home team only having to win by 2 points. So I'm going to take the Falcons -1.5.
I got to go with the under. I just can't trust either offense.
That's where I'm leaning, Brady. I think I'm going to take the same pick. I think I'm going to take the under. What's it, 39.5?
Yeah, it's real low. You didn't. Steelers play Thursday. You see that line?
No.
It's like what 30.5 or 30.
Yeah, I think I did
30.
see that.
Yeah, I
That's
think it's
crazy.
30.
Lowest
Which it-
ever on a primetime game. I think I saw.
Zappy versus Trubisky. That's probably right.
Yeah.
That's premier ball right
Yeah.
there, boys.
It's great.
Little
Great
zappy
game.
hour.
It's gonna be a typical Thursday night
Is
football
it in
game.
Pittsburgh?
Yeah, I think they're doing.
I swear to God, if they lose Thursday.
I don't want to get mixed up with WV, but I think they're doing like all black too. Or
Usually they do
they're
like
doing
a
their
color
color
wave.
rush,
Yeah.
and then they want everyone to wear black. I think too. Maybe
Sounds right.
Dude, I laughed my ass off. There was a guy on Twitter earlier putting out his pitch on how the Patriots are going to make the playoffs. He's like, we're going to win the last 5, and then the Broncos have to lose these 4 games, and he had like all of the big playoff teams at 7 and 10, and the Patriots getting in. It's like, get the fuck out of here.
I feel bad saying this, but they should part ways with Belichick. It's time.
Yeah, I agree.
It's run its course.
Yeah, I don't know. I that's so hard to say.
All good
That's
things.
so hard to
Well,
say.
the only thing in his arsenal that he'll have is he'll have a chance to sign a pretty decent quarterback after this year.
I'm still
if he wants
saying
to.
I'm still saying Kirk Cousins. That's my guess.
It's not a bad
That's my guess.
not a bad guess.
Or he might want to draft like Drake May or somebody and mold him.
Yeah, he might.
Didn't
Is
work
he
with
playing
Mac
against
Jones.
WVU, by the way? I highly doubt it.
I
but
can't
has
imagine
announced
he
it?
He's in
will.
hot water too, so I doubt he'll play. Isn't he in trouble from the school or not from the school, but something with the school about
I don't know.
NIL money?
I didn't hear about anything.
Yeah, I don't know if I saw that either.
Hmm.
All right. Lions at the Bears. Lions are -3.5. Over under is 43.5.
Can't believe I'm about to do this. I'm taking the Bears +3.5. The Bears are in the fucking hunt, dude. What do you want me to say? That's all.
The Bears are playing better,
No doubt.
and I think the Lions play a lot better at home. But the smart play says take the Bears, but I can't. I'm going to take the Lions -3.5. It's going to be cold. I hate this pick. I
I'm
wouldn't bet it.
surprised with your pick.
I wouldn't bet it.
I'm in love with this over. I think this is going to absolutely fly over the 43.5.
Hand up. I'm going to change my pick to the over.
You like that
Yeah.
pick?
Over.
Yeah.
Yeah, over. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just take it over.
Yeah, I think this game flies over. But that total's kind of low, so maybe I'm wrong. Colts at the Bengals. Colts are -1. Over under is 44. How about the Bengals?
I know that I'm
Jake Browning balled.
He
I know.
did. he played really well.
Yeah, he did. Colts are playing well though too, dude. Fucking Gardner Minshew.
I know, and I don't know who I need to win. I'm taking the Bengals +1. I think I need the Bengals to win, so I'm going to take the Bengals +1 in that point at home, even though the point doesn't matter.
Either team could take this. I think it's going to be a close game no matter what, so I'm just going to go under 44.
I'm gonna ride with Jake. I'm taking the Bengals +1. Give me a home dog. For Jake Browning to go on the road and beat a good Jacksonville team, that's impressive. He threw for what, like 340 yards or something?
Yeah, he
I
played
mean,
really well.
He played well.
Yeah,
So,
Jake Browning, fun fact. Last quarterback to have Washington in the playoff.
That is very true. Very true.
Thank you.
All right. Next game, Jaguars at the Browns. The Browns are -3. Over under. Oh my God. Over under 30.5.
Jesus.
Who's the Jags' backup quarterback? That's the question. I don't know who the
CJ
Beathard.
Yeah.
Some of the quarterback matchups this week are hilarious. CJ Beathard versus Joe Flacco this week.
Like, this game sucks, but
Joe
it's
Flacco
a good
did
game
not
to
play
bet.
bad. He didn't play that bad.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Hasn't Beathard's balled with teams before, right?
He's been on.
He's been
He's
serviceable.
started before.
I know Christian Kirk's hurt. Fuck, dude. I'm taking Flacco. I'm going to take the... Actually, fuck that. I'm taking the over, dude. Fuck it. Who cares? I'm taking the over.
That's
It
a
is
fun
what it
over.
is.
That's a fun over.
I'm going to take the Jags +3. I think it's going to be close. It's a toss-up who wins, so give me the field goal.
I'm going to take the Browns -3 at home. It's hard to play in Cleveland. Another week that elite Joe Flacco gets with this team. So I will take the Browns laying the 3 at home.
I tell you what, though, to be so honest, if Flacco gets the Browns in the playoffs, I'm kind of nervous.
They might just fuck around and win it.
Because Flacco in the playoffs is a completely different
yeah.
quarterback than the regular season.
And they got a good team.
Yeah,
They got a
their
good defense.
is freaking elite, man.
They got some decent weapons.
Yeah. All right. Rams at the Ravens. Ravens are -7. Over under is 40. The Rams, all of a sudden, man, they are
Rolling
back in the mix again.
And
Yeah.
I'm taking the Rams +7. And touchdowns, a lot of points, and the Rams are balling lately. So I don't know. I know the Ravens are really good, but fuck it.
I'm tempted to take the over, but I can't pass up getting a whole touchdown for a team that's looking pretty decent lately. So give me the Rams +7.
I am going to take that over 40. I don't know. Ravens put up points. Rams put up points. This total's very low. It's kind of weird. Probably will go under because of that. That is the GOAT. So give me the over 40.
You think she could dunk on you, Ty?
No,
She
I'd
can't
swat her
dunk?
shit.
She could dunk on you.
On an 8-foot hoop, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, I just want to point out that Cooper Kupp is done.
What happened?
I just don't think he's elite anymore.
Really?
Yeah. He's 29, 30 years old. That's like the cutoff for
Are
receivers.
you shitting me? We only have one good white receiver in the league, and you're going to tell me he's done?
He's done. Maybe Derek Stoops can step in next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking hate him, but maybe he will.
Oh my God! Look at that big 55 for Iowa
Jesus.
State.
Dude, this game, I bet, dude, the greatest follow on Twitter is Cyclone Larry. If
He
you
is
don't
funny,
follow
yeah.
Cyclone Larry, you must follow Cyclone
Which
Larry.
he took a huge hiatus. People thought he died.
Really?
Yeah, like during the offseason, like he didn't tweet for
Tweet at all?
months.
Yeah, dude, he is so funny. And it's honestly so weird. I know this is complete sidebar, but it's so weird to think that we're OG Big 12. Like he always says that, and I'm like, what? But it's right.
Yeah, at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Iowa State is?
No, West Virginia.
With
We're
new
like
teams coming
OG
in,
Big
you are.
12.
I'd consider you an OG team in the Big 12.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Especially with the new teams rolling in.
True.
Yeah.
So, all right, where are we at? Seahawks at the Niners. Niners are -10.5. Over under is 46.5.
See, this game is so hard because I believe, hand up, I'll say it, I think the 49ers are the best team in football right now. But also, too, the Seahawks played so well against the Cowboys, but also, when do the Seahawks ever put back-to-back great games together? I'm just going to take the over.
I like that pick.
I can see the Niners going up big early, and then Seahawks got to throw a bunch. They got good receivers. Geno's pretty decent. They'll put up points in the end. So I'm going to take the over 46.5 too.
It's a great pick.
Jake, I like your point about the Seahawks playing the Niners tough, or the Seahawks playing the Cowboys tough. I just think the Niners are just a whole different beast. I really do. They have been slaughtering everyone. So I think they might just slaughter Seattle, but maybe Seattle all of a sudden is also playing decent again.
I know, it's hard.
So I'm going to stay with what I think, though. I will take San Francisco laying the 10.5.
I don't hate that. That would have been my pick if I wasn't allowed to take the over.
Yeah. All right, Bills at the Chiefs. Chiefs are -1.5. Over/under is 48.5.
All right, can we talk about it? Are the Chiefs in trouble? Like, are the Chiefs are not the Chiefs of the last couple years. They're a different team.
Dude, they don't have. He doesn't have anyone to throw the ball to.
No.
Really. They have, like, Rashee Rice ain't bad. Kelsey's like, I don't know what's up with him. They drop a shit ton of balls.
I mean, Sky Moore was supposed to be incredible this year. He hasn't done
dick. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I feel like this is classic. Like,
Bills are desperate too.
People start doubting the Chiefs and Kelsey, and then in the playoffs, Kelsey just averages 10 receptions for like 130 yards and a touchdown. Like,
yeah, you're not wrong. I know.
I'll bet that all day in the playoffs because he's just going to key on them.
Yeah.
I think like they're trying to figure it out now, and then in the playoffs they'll just stick to like what they know works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, historically, this game's been a classic. This is one of those games where it could be 10-10 with 5 minutes to go and end up like 21-24, or like 28-31 in a heartbeat. I'm going to take the over here. I don't know what the weather's going to be like in KC, but you got to assume, like you just said, Ty, the Bills are very desperate. This is going to be points, and even if one side's struggling, you know the other side's going to pile it on. So I'm taking the Bills and Chiefs over 48.5.
I'm curious what the weather's like this weekend. Both teams aren't typically as good as they have been lately. I'm going to take the under 48.5. I think it's going to be close and 24-20.
Yeah, Brady, I'm actually riding with you. I don't know what's making me think this won't be as high scoring, but at the same time, like, I'm scared. Like you said, like the Chiefs could easily just turn it on in a second.
Well, however many years ago, what was it? It was like
it was high scoring. I'm pretty sure.
But no, remember it was like 10-10 with like a minute and a half left, and both teams scored like 2 or 3 touchdowns apiece.
Yeah. So I don't necessarily love this pick, but I don't like this line either. Chiefs offense struggling a little bit. Same with the Bills. So give me the under 48.5. But I could easily see this going over too. All right. Broncos at the Chargers. Chargers are -3. Over under is 44. Chargers are dog shit. Their coach needs fired.
He will be fired.
He's
bad.
Done.
This game's massive. For me specifically, this is a rivalry game, if that's what you want to call it. The Broncos own Justin Sherbert, so I'm taking the Broncos +3.
I'm shocked that the Chargers are favored and they get 3.
When I saw this line, I was like, truthfully, I had to double take. I did not believe that was the case.
I think this is another case of like people saying Herbert's good, he's gonna turn it on, and they're gonna roll.
What of your picks am I missing again?
Brady's?
Yeah.
Run him real quick. Might as well fix it now.
Tampa Bay, Atlanta, I have down. Detroit, Chicago, I have down. Cincy and Indy, I have down. Jags game, I have down. Rams game, I have down. Oh, it's the Seahawks game. Who'd you take?
Over.
Okay.
And in this game, I'm taking the Broncos +3. It's going to be close, and I think they pull it out with the win.
Let's go. It's like what? Because the Chargers are at home.
Yeah,
the Chargers don't have home games in quotations.
I hate everything about this game. I'm doing it because I am a good friend.
Thank you.
I will ride with the Broncos +3 because I literally tried to convince myself on the over-under, couldn't. Tried to convince myself on the Chargers, couldn't. You beat New England 6-0. That is so bad.
I forgot
so
about
bad.
That is so bad. So give me the Broncos +3.
That's right.
The
baby.
under is a good play too. Broncos have a good defense. Chargers only put up 6 last week.
I don't know. Just give me the Broncos +3. All right. Last game, huge game.
Marquee game of the week.
My God.
Such a
Eagles
big
at the
game.
Cowboys. Cowboys -3.5. Over under is 52. I'm taking the Cowboys -3.5 just because we need the game. So I'll just get mine out of the way.
Yeah, and I'm not even doing this to repay the favor. I had it wrote down before you said those kind words about riding with me. So I am taking the Cowboys -3.5 as well. I think I don't know. The Eagles got their clocks ringing yesterday, and if anything, I think that's tape for teams to be able to look at and see what the Niners have done successful. Cowboys have been playing well offensively. I mean, defensively they're great. Yeah, I'm taking the Cowboys -3.5
Of
at
course,
home.
the Eagles just got Shaq Leonard too.
Yeah,
He
it's
visited
crazy.
Dallas first. They didn't offer him. Goes visits Philly. Signs with them. Sick.
Either team could win this. I like watching the Eagles until they do the tush push.
I hate the Eagles.
As soon as I see that, I'm like, I'm fucking done. I want them to lose. I'm going to take the under 52.5. It's a lot of points.
52.
It's going to be a close game. Give me under 52.
Yeah, let's talk about the tush push.
Roger, you can't just take a play away from the NFL.
I agree.
You can say you can change how they line up, which that will change how you kneel at the end of the game too. Like you shouldn't be able to have two people right behind the
Okay,
quarterback.
I agree. Let me say this real quick. What does Jalen Hurts squat? Like 500 pounds? Something stupid?
Probably, yeah.
If there wasn't a tush push and still a quarterback sneak, I still think he's getting a first down 99% of the time.
Well, and that's why I think it's crazy. It's like, yeah, would I hate for that to happen against me? Yeah.
Yeah,
But you've seen teams try to replicate it and they can't
yeah.
do it. So
Yeah.
like just because the Eagles can and nobody can stop them versus other teams trying to do it and it doesn't work. I don't know, man. I think if you remove this play, that creates an insane slippery slope that we don't even want to see.
Yeah.
Honestly.
You can't fully remove it. The only thing you can do is change how they line up, which that's hard
Or
to do
just
too.
leave it alone.
I know Goodell wants to change it. I don't think it will actually happen though.
I got to deal with it twice a year, and I'm just saying leave it alone.
Well, I mean,
So,
it's just like AQ Shipley said earlier. It's like we've been playing this game for 100 years. We don't
Yeah.
need to change the rules
Yeah.
on how to play
Yeah.
it. Roger.
So, all right.
Stupid.
That's all I got on football. Anyone got anything to add at the end?
No. Yes. I don't know. The AFC race is insane. Every time I look at it, it's crazy.
The last freaking playoff spot, or it might be the last two in the NFC, is also crazy.
Yeah, I'm excited. 5 weeks left. 5 games left for each team, I
I'm
believe.
gonna look at it. I haven't even
It's going to
looked.
be sweet.
I need 2 more games to hit my win total parlay with the Steelers, and I'm not confident. Like last week should have been a gimme. They didn't get that.
They're winning tomorrow.
I mean, I hope.
Oh my God, the Pack's the 7th seed now.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, that win for the Broncos is looking better and better, too.
Yeah.
So shout out the
Pack,
Pack.
Rams, and Seahawks all 6-6. Jeez, yeah, it's the last 2 spots. Vikings are at 6-6 at the 6th seed. Packers are at 6-6 at the 7th seed. That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm excited. There's going to be these next couple weeks of ball are going to be great, especially in the
Let me look at
NFL.
I'm going to be sweating out this bet.
Oh, well, I mean, I had,
Oh my God,
of
the
course, I
AFC
put
is
one in
wild, too.
9.5. So,
Oh
like,
my-
I don't have any wiggle room.
The
right
5
now.
through the 7 is so available. The 5's the Steelers, 6 the Browns, 7 Colts. Then Houston's at 7-5. Broncos at 6-6. Bengals at 6-6. Bills at 6-6.
Steelers
mean-
control their own destiny. They play the Colts and the Bengals, and those are 2 teams vying for that spot too.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's
It's going to be wild.
tight both sides. All right. The games tonight. It'll be over by the time this comes out. You guys think we're gonna win? I think you guys are gonna win.
Yeah.
I don't know what to think.
I don't know what
You
to
got
think.
anything to
Like,
say?
I'm excited that it's WVU
Yeah,
Pitt.
no doubt.
Like, that part, obviously, for either side, you know, Pitt and WVU fans normally hate each other, at least in the realm of sports. But, like, I don't know. I mean, like, yeah, it would be sick to win, but
It'd
like,
be cool if we were both better.
yeah, I know. Like,
If WV was good, we would have went tonight.
Yeah.
But I mean, I love the team. I love the guys on it.
yeah, same.
It's just we gas out. There's
That's the I mean it's dude, I loved them the other night getting 5.5 against St. John's. And they just had no legs at the end and just kept missing free throws. And I was like,
they just
they
get
lost
so
by 6.
tired.
which
It was
like,
so
we're
frustrating.
a pretty decent free throw shooting team now, and they just couldn't make the front
Yeah,
end.
they
a
were
lot.
missing the front end of every single one.
Well,
it
and
was brutal to watch.
They can't even go out there and play loose because in the back of their head, they're like, well, I can't foul out. So,
Yeah.
like, there's no, like, they can't just go out there and play with a clear head and shoot the lights out and then, like, go and D up and play hard because, like, if Jesse Edwards fouls out tonight, we might lose by, like, 25.
They don't have another
Yeah.
big.
I know.
Yeah.
They got Sumnick, which he's not someone who should be getting a lot of minutes.
Yeah.
It's tough. I mean, I'm excited, obviously, but also, too, like, I don't know. I mean, I'll be pumped to watch it. Can't wait to see the black unis. Haven't wore black unis in a long time.
Was it since the Final Four team or?
I believe so. Yeah, I think
Before you were
And
a fan.
they haven't unveiled what they look like
I'm
either.
sorry I had to do
no,
it.
no, and I guess they had a set of them. For this.
Hey, I'm in here for life now. I got a tattoo.
Look at him giggling.
Sorry, that was funny. Just like when you talk about those teams like back then WVU, it's like you weren't a fan then.
Hey, I was rooting for that Final Four team.
Okay, I'll give you that.
But yeah, I guess they had a set for the 16, 17, and 18 season, but Guy wouldn't let them wear them or something. Like they
No
wouldn't.
shit.
They wouldn't approve them, or it was either Guy or Lions wouldn't let them wear them.
I remember watching that in Neil's basement.
Yeah, when they played Duke.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Deshaun got
And I
hurt.
remember when they played Kentucky, because that's when freaking I was at your house, and I had to have been with you. That pizza shop was right there. We walked to the pizza shop. What was it called?
Dino's.
Yeah, dude.
Was that it? I don't know if that was the Final Four year though, because I know at least for the Kentucky game, I was babysitting my little cousins and I was watching that one by myself. And then I was in Indianapolis for the Final Four.
How many times did they play? Didn't they beat
We've-
Kentucky that year to go to the Final Four?
Yeah, we've played Kentucky and beat Kentucky a decent amount of times in the tournament.
Maybe I wasn't with you then, but I
Duke-
know I walked the Dinos.
Shout out Dino.
For the Duke
Dinos was
game-
fire, dude.
dude.
The Duke game, we were together. There was a bunch of people
Duke
at Neil's.
game for sure. We were
Yeah.
at Neil's. Yeah,
Dude,
We were all actually ripping Huggins, I believe,
I
when he
can't remember.
held Deshaun's face and got real close to him.
Yeah, you probably joined it on
I
it,
probably
too.
did, yeah.
I mean, yeah, dude, that sucked. We were just starting to come back too in that game. Like
Yeah.
that, we were starting to like, oh shit, like we're cutting the lead, and then
It didn't help. Duke shot like 60%.
Which
No.
That game
Typical.
they wouldn't miss.
yeah, Sarah Nolan Smith was balling.
Yeah, yeah, he was. Him. Who was it? It was him, Shire, and Singler, Kyle Singler.
Yeah. Fucking Kyle Singler, dude.
Those
Fuck.
three were they were the boys. Anything else? We got anything else we can think of?
I'm trying to think. I mean, not really. Not really I can think of.
I can't think of anything off the
top.
top of my head.
No, I don't think I have anything. Jake Paul fights in like 10 days. I'll just say that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, 15th.
That's.
Not
I
even 10
haven't
days
heard
now.
a peep about that
I don't think it's going to be that big.
now.
But he's doing what he's got to do. He says he wants to be a world champion. He's going to have to fight boxers. So
Yeah, he said he's going to be a world champion, and then he's going to join the NFL and score a couple touchdowns. Literally all the time is what he says. It's crazy.
So, all right, I'm ready to shut her down if you boys are.
But yeah, this will be our last slow week, really, because after this,
Oh, it gets crazy.
it gets
Oh, yeah.
crazy
Yeah.
from here.
We'll have way more than 10 games from now. From
At
now
least
on,
the
right?
first week or two, we will.
Well, I mean, yeah, it just depends because like are we going to stick with the regular 5 NFL games Sunday, but then we're still going to have to do the Saturdays.
Well,
too.
we might have to do more because the last couple of years it's been confusing to where there's been NFL games to where like I would only do like 8. We do like 13 games on the 5-and-5. Like I'm trying to keep it in 5s now. You know what I mean? So it just depends on how many bowl games are in that week, and then with the NFL, we'll see what it adds up to. So
yeah, because I'm hyped. They flexed the Broncos Detroit game, so we play next Saturday, and that's like my birthday weekend. So I'm pumped to watch that at night. So, but yeah, it's been a time.
It's always a time.
Yeah, follow us on
H2P.
Yeah, the fuck you. ESP. ESP, dude. ESP.
You almost said yeah.
ESP. Follow us on YouTube at the Juicebox Podcast, and make sure to tune in to the Lunch Line. At new week just came out. Yeah.
Oh, I just listened to episode 2 the other day, and JT's mic had me cracking.
Oh,
up.
dude, it's just thank God he fixed it.
Yeah.
Was it
Spoiler,
like
does he
staticky?
get it fixed?
Oh, he gets
Give
it
me a
fixed.
spoiler?
Spoiler alert.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, it's a chord or something, and it just wouldn't work, and
It
he'd
was so
sound
funny.
fine, and then he'd start sounding terrible, and then we would
Who
just
were you
rip.
called him?
Fuck.
The guy from Transformers?
Oh yeah, Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
That's what he sounded like. So shout
It was
out,
funny
follow
to
us.
listen to.
Follow me on Twitter, Brady_21_. Fuck Pitt. Eat shit.
I'm used to it. All right. I'm on X, TylerJar24_, Instagram, TylerJar24_. Respect Goat James. Peace out.